What's up, y'all? Okay, so I always want y'all to give me y'all honest opinions. So, with this story that I'm about to tell y'all, please give me y'all thoughts and opinions. Tell me if I'm wrong, because I always, want to know if the majority opinion is the opposite of what mine is. So, please share your honest thoughts and opinions. But so I haven't talked to anybody else off of the Facebook dating app. It's been months. It's been since last June, I think. And there's only I think one person that I still talk to from off the app. We cool. But this one particular experience, he was a nice guy. He was 42, I think, and he had like four kids. So the four kids was already a no for me. And I think that I had told him, well, I, of course, told him I wasn't interested in pursuing a relationship, just was meeting people, making friends, whatever. So he was cool with that. So that was cool, which is why I was like, it's cool if we get to know each other and become friends. So we talked on the app for, a little bit and then exchanged numbers, texted a little bit, and then he called me. We talked like one time on the phone, and then he asked me out. And so we were supposed to meet up like that Friday, but we didn't have anything set in stone. And so I went to work, and where he was wanting to meet was like close to where I work. So I was like, for me, it would be more convenient to just meet after work. So I could just come straight from work. Because it pretty much was just a meet up, meet and greet, not really to me a date. Um, and so I don't know. That was that. And Friday came, and I think he had to work or whatever. He worked two jobs. And then Friday came, and don't think I had really heard from him. And so another guy that I was talking to or had met after, off the app, which is the one that I'm still talking to now, still cool with now. We were talking too. And so I think he asked me what I was doing, if I had plans or whatever. And I was like, I do, but I haven't heard, it's like not set. I don't know what time we meet and whatever. And I don't want to waste my Friday sitting around waiting and then end up it getting canceled. So I ended up texting the other guy and telling him, hey, we can, do a rain check or whatever. And he's like, I thought you wanted to meet me or whatever. And I was like, I did, but we haven't set a time and, I made other plans or whatever. And he was like, okay. So that was that. So I went out with the other guy or whatever. And I think it was the next day I had a hair appointment. And so I went to get my hair done, and he texted me. He was going to the barber shop himself, and so he was talking about possibly getting breakfast or brunch or whatever. And I was like, okay, cool or whatever. But then like I'm done. I'm home, hair finished, and he's still waiting at the barber shop. Oh, but wait. Before I tell y'all all of that story, I think he had already asked me one time about riding with him. Did I want to ride with him? So he like delivered for, one of the packaging companies or whatever. I'm sure y'all know what I'm talking about, but I'm not going to say it to protect him. But he was a deliver, did personal, his own side gig, I believe, delivering packages to earn money or whatever, and asked me if I wanted to ride with him. And I was like, no, to work? Like, no, I'm good. And then, like, for me, I don't know you well enough to want to hang with you like that, to go riding with you to work, like delivering packages. So that's one of the things. Tell me what y'all think. Like, I get it. If it's somebody I really like, we talking, we dating, we interested, and it's been a while, like months, not just a week or two, and I like them, like, yeah, I'd be like, sure, I'll go because I want to spend time with you, right? I know you a little bit and I'm interested, and if you busy, you working, cool. Like, yeah, we can ride, we can talk, whatever. But if I'm just getting to know you, we haven't even been on a first date yet, like, no, I don't want to spend my evening riding around with you delivering packages. So I declined that first time. Okay, so now back to the Saturday morning. So I'm at home doing nothing, and he was like, "You want to meet me at the barbershop, and I was like, really? I'm like, where is it or whatever. So it seemed like it was close to where I live, like 5 or 10 minute drive or whatever. That's what I'm thinking. So I was like, cool, yeah, sure. Just to get it out the way to meet him to see if we even want to continue talking to each other. So, um, get the address and get up and go to meet him at this barbershop, which is way farther than I thought. It was more probably like a 15-minute drive. I don't know. It just was farther. It wasn't right down the street. It was a ways down. So I get there and tell him I'm there. He's sitting in his car. He comes to get in my car or whatever. So we sitting and talking. Now, the biggest thing for me that was a turnoff was when he got in my car. One, there was like an odor. I didn't know if it was a body odor or if it was like a bad tooth odor. I wasn't sure. But I didn't like it. Like, it could have been like maybe just house odor, how it's, in your clothes or whatever. I get that. Okay, so my video cut off. But I think I was talking about the fact that he came to get in my car and he had a body odor, and I was like, I don't know. I didn't say this to him, but I didn't know if it was a house odor, like how it be in your clothes, which I get that, or if it was his body, or a bad tooth. So that was like the biggest turnoff for me. And we had to sit in my car, talking. And so that odor was like in my car, in my nose. And I, eventually got used to it, but that was the biggest thing. And then he had on jogging pants, which is fine, but they were dirty. At least they looked dirty. Had on a t-shirt and had on a red do-rag and some red tennis shoes to match, which that's fine because you're going to the barbershop or whatever. But my thoughts was, first of all, if you at the barbershop, that's cool. But like, I wouldn't invite somebody to come meet me for the first time and I just look like I just got up out the bed and threw on whatever. Like, I must still be at least clean, smelling good, clean clothes, nice clothes, and then my hair might be looking crazy, but I will warn you ahead of time, like, hey, I'm whatever. But I just wouldn't even ask somebody to meet me. And, I'm not going to give you my best first impression. So for me, it was the odor, the dirty clothes, and he should have just waited to meet me, because that wasn't a good impression, and it stuck with me and definitely like killed it for me, especially the odor. Um, so anyway, I'm so nice, and he was nice too, but I'm so nice because we sat there in my car talking, and it was cool. Like, we were having, I think, a good conversation, getting to know each other, whatever. And um, I think I hadn't eaten. I think he hadn't eaten either. We both were hungry or whatever, and so we decided to go to Smoothie King. So I drive to Smoothie King. He bought us smoothies or whatever, and then we went back, sat in the parking lot. I think hours had passed at this point, and still waiting. And I'm like, I gotta pee or whatever. And he was like, well, come on, go in the barbershop. And I was like, I'm not going in there. Like, we don't know each other, and then I'm going in here for the first time. You know how barbershops are. So I was like, nah. He was like, well, go. It's a place around here you can go. And I was like, nah, I'd rather just go home or whatever. But he didn't want me to leave. So I'm holding it, and hours still go by. We still talking or whatever. He basically holding me hostage because he wanted me to wait and stay and talk to him until they called him, whatever. So finally I was like, check and see, like, if it's your turn yet or whatever, because I'm getting ready to go or whatever. So I finally broke down and just went inside, because he said it was one more person before him when he called. So I go in, use the restroom. It wasn't bad. It was just one barber working in there and only like one customer sitting, one in a chair, whatever. And it wasn't what I thought it was going to be. Me in there chopping it up, talking, whatever. So used the bathroom, came back out, sat down, talking to him, waiting with him or whatever. First time meeting, sat there waiting. Again, hours had passed, like the whole day, the whole Saturday. But I didn't mind because, like I said, I wasn't doing anything, and then, getting to know somebody. And I think our conversation was cool from what I can remember. And so yeah, he finally got called and I gave him a hug and then I left. And after that, that's when I was just kind of like, ugh. And I think he was still trying to like figure out us going out on a date, but it still just never, nothing ever occurred because I guess he's working a lot and then, the kids or whatever. But then also, he asked me again, I think about riding with him. And I was like, no, no, sir. Like, not to work. I'm off work and I want to enjoy, being off or whatever. So that was a turn off too. Like, we ain't even had a real date and this is what you coming with. So, I mean, I get it, the whole us being, getting to know each other, being friends or whatever, but we just met each other. So we were still even getting to that point. So, yeah. But anyway, he was texting and I would reply. And then at some point, now I don't like ghosting people. I usually like give an explanation, but I had already told him about how I had let down 2 or 3 other people from the app and told him, I'm sorry, I wasn't interested. So with him, I think one final time he texted asking something and I just didn't reply. So I'm sorry if you're out there and you end up watching this video. Like, I hate that I did that to you. I don't think I said anything to close it out, but I'm sorry. Because I do not like doing that. But with that particular instance, I just knew it was a no for me. And then I couldn't get past the odor and I didn't want to have to um, sit through that again if that was going to happen. So give me y'all thoughts, y'all opinions or whatever. Tell me if I was wrong. With the ghosting part, I know I was wrong. And I hate that I did that because I don't usually do that. But tell me what you think. Comment, like, uh, subscribe if you like, share if you like. Maybe it'll help somebody else. I don't know. If you don't, thanks for watching and have a wonderful evening. Bye.